Hello, old farts. How are you? Oh, we're gonna have a great show today. I really appreciate everybody checking in. I see. Oh, we have a. Oh, that's interesting. We're hearing me twice here, but I will figure that out in just a second here. There it is. I think I got it fixed. I'm sorry. It's my amateur status at being, a podcaster here or a YouTuber here. So today, I just wanted to take a few minutes first off to say hello, and this is the first consecutive Wednesday that we've ever done this show. So trying to do this on a weekly basis is going to be a challenge that I'm going to take. And I'm hoping that we can build a community here on YouTube as large and as strong as we have built on Facebook, and give lots of the fellow old farts out there in the audience, give them all an opportunity to join in with us and to be able to we can verbally and visually communicate with each other and being able to share our stories. I know most of you have a great history beyond just drones, of just what you've put together in your life and what you've developed, and how you've eventually came to pick up the hobby of flying drones, and how your past experiences in what you did before can all play a part into this new hobby, and how it all plays together. So that's going to be, my ambition is to really feature, one or two of our fellow old farts, and then being able to, we'll talk for maybe about a half hour, and then we're going to open it up and kind of have a group chat, and where I can have, in this StreamYard platform, I can have 10 people at once on the show. So even if there's more than that show up, we'll rotate some people in and out. But when we finish our interview portion here today, I'm going to then put the StreamYard link into the chat, so that anybody out there that's watching now, or that's watching in a little while here, can jump on and join us. Okay. So um, before we get started, too, I wanted to talk about the South Florida Drone Meetup. I am excited to be able to get to participate for my second year in a row there. I had one of the best times I've had in a long time going to this South Florida Drone Meetup. I'm meeting so many of the people that we've gotten to know in the chats here, and gotten to know online and through YouTube and Facebook, and actually getting to sit down at a table and meet each other and talk to each other face to face, was just really a strong. You felt the brotherhood, is how I kept expressing it, when I was there. And it's really, so I'm looking forward this year. I want to tell you, I've been collecting a few things to bring to the drone meetup to give away. And so I want to show you one of them, as some of you may have seen. And if you haven't, I hope you go back to the Old Farts channel and look for it. I got to interview Autel, and I thought I was interviewing one of their PR guys, who was just at the booth to, inform people about stuff there. And so as it turned out, they sent Max over to conduct the interview with me, to be my interviewee. And turns out that he's the current president and CEO of the company of Autel. I understand his father is the founder of Autel, and but he was nice as could be, and he absolutely understood that I had no idea who he was. So we had a good time. But anyway, when I left the Autel booth, he gave me this wonderful bag of goodies that I'm bringing this bag to the South Florida Drone Meetup to give away. And it's full of all kinds of things here. There is an Autel hat. There's multiple shirts. There's a gift bag. There's pens. There's an Autel notepad. Has the Autel logo on it there. Anyway, very nice gift pack. But the great part that was in the gift pack is right here. And then this will be part of that gift pack, is a Autel coffee mug with its own coaster, all came together there. So some lucky person at the South Florida Drone Meetup is going home with this whole set of stuff from Autel. And then we're in the grocery store, and we were in Sam's Club, and a friend of ours came by, and we sat down and had hot dogs and pizza together. And she goes, "I have a drone in my car. I was going to find a place I could give it away. My husband got it at a CES show." And I said, "Well, what kind of drone is it?" And she goes, "I don't know." She goes, "It was at the CES show, was giving them away at some booth." And I said, "Well, let me see what it is." And so she gave it to me. And this is the drone. This is an EXO Scout in here. And they had these, and then they were printing, T-Mobile was doing this, and they were printing a wrap, very simplified wrap. And so you could customize your own drone is what they were doing. And it was pretty interesting story. So anyway, I just wanted to show everybody what's coming up here at the South Florida Drone Meetup. And I'm excited to be able to bring some toys. And I also just recently got another drone. And for those of you that are maybe not into, a lot of the expensive drones, I spent $22 on this drone. And I have to tell you, here's the controller. And it takes regular AA batteries in there. And this has a little rechargeable battery that you can put in. It will hover in the living room. I can take my hand off the controller and it stays there. And it was, like I said, it was $22. And I can chase the dogs with it. And that's probably the most fun of doing with this drone. But it's amazing. It can bounce off the walls. It bounced into the TV. And absolutely no problem. It's just totally, amazing. So the technology can do this and do this for $22. I'm just wigged out. So before we begin, I want to come back here and say hi to the chat and all the people that have showed up here. Lee, Yellow Rose, there. He says he's going to be in the dentist chair when the show's going on. He's getting crowned today. He's now going to be royalty. It will be the Royal Yellow Rose Drones. And then Stephen Drones. Hi, Steve. Glad to see you. Yes, and the old farts are rolling here. Glenn, I'm glad to meet you. I will in a few moments here. In fact, I'll do it while I'm talking here. I'm going to make you a moderator. Everybody's a moderator in our chat room if you're in the chat. So the reason that is because then you can go to those 3 dots at the end of somebody's chat and click there, and you can instantly go to that person's channel, and you can go to that person's channel and subscribe to their channel. And that's the idea here, where we all want to help each other, subscribe as much as we can to each other's channels, so that, we're getting out there and hopefully making some good and promoting the that old farts can fly drones, and we can enjoy it immensely. Hi. So anyway, I want to say hi, Steve and Glenn. GYD drone, GY drone. Hello there. I love your icon there you sent me. Let me make you a moderator. Okay. Oh, you're already a moderator. Okay. Cancel that. Okay. Who else? Remote Fly. I don't know you yet. Do I? We use different names. So sometimes it's hard to know who that's who here. But, because I use old farts with drones, but it's really Bob. And, and I know so many other people here. Alan is Drone Views Media. You're doing good, Alan. Alan is in Ireland, outside of Dublin. And I probably need to talk with you. I have a friend from here who's in Dublin who just fell, and she's in a hospital in Dublin. So maybe we can work something out there. And Dominic, who's Northside Hawks, thank you for being there. Michael Wright is here from Tex Arch drone guy. And Michael's been helping me see if we can revive. One of my neighbors has a Phantom 4 that's been sitting in a closet for 2 years. And we're going to see if we can help him reactivate that. And let's see who else we got here. Flying Finn, John Flynn is here. Flying Finn Media. And Lance is here. Lance will probably jump on the show in a little bit here. Gary from Canada there for the Brant Aerials. Gary is coming from Canada to Florida here next month. And we're looking forward to seeing you and, sitting down. And I may even lift a non-alcohol beer at the bar together with you, All right. So today I have had a member on Old Farts with Drones who has been really prolific in posting a lot and putting up some of the most really impressive images, mostly of sunsets and sundowns, but of different things. And he's from Carthage, New York. And I had to look at a map to figure out exactly where that is. Of course, he's right in the tail of Lake Ontario there. And he currently is getting ready to get hit by some massive weather. But he's become a celebrity in that he's probably had over 50 of his photographs on his local TV news shows. And he's really he's really been such an asset to the group, Old Farts with Drones. And I really was thrilled when he said he could make it. And so without any further ado here, I'm going to introduce Steve Anderson. There he is. Say hello, Steve.
Hello, Old Farts.
Oh, good deal. Well, we got about a dozen Old Farts watching. Usually we wind up to, crank up to about 20, 30 Old Farts here, but it seems like my numbers lately has been about 200 people wind up watching the show. So, most of them watch after the fact. So, and that's just as good. I really appreciate everybody supporting this show along with supporting the YouTube group. So I'm also today going to introduce, before we get started interviewing Steve, one of his good friends and also one of our moderators, actually I want to say the main monitor of Old Farts with Drones. If you've been approved to be a member of Old Farts with Drones over the last probably 8-9 year, maybe last year, maybe even more than a year, you've had a connection with Kevin Tolley. And Flying and Fishing with Tolley is his group. And I have to tell you, I love watching his videos and him chasing his grandkids and chasing his dogs. And he goes by Pawpaw Drone. And I want to introduce you to Kevin Tolley. There he is, Pawpaw.
Hey, y'all. Hey, I heard you had Steve on here, and I just had to jump on today.
Oh, good. We're so glad, Steve has been, like I said, just a really valuable part of Old Farts with Drones. And I was thrilled when he was able to jump on here today. And so, Steve, let's start with a little bit of an interview, if you don't mind. Put you on the spot here. But I don't know how many years you want to go back, but tell us about Steve and what have you been doing for the last years of your life here?
Well, I retired from the military after 24 years of service, 1993.
Thank you.
And then I was a Jefferson County probation officer for 21 years. And
Thank you.
Yeah, two 20-year careers, 20-plus years careers.
We live in Carthage, New York, which is 9 miles away from the Fort Drum military post. And it's home of the 10th Mountain Division, the most deployed unit in U.S. Army history. And we do have a lot of helicopters flying across our parks and our villages and everything else, so we have to watch out for those guys. But I basically got into drones in July of 2021.
What was your first one?
My first one was at Mini 2, and it all started because my grandson lives right around the corner. And he came by and said, "Hey, Grandpa, you want to see some pictures of your house?" I said, "No, I have enough pictures of my house." and he said, "Not like this." Well, he put his drone up from his house and took all kinds of pictures of my house. Then I said, "Do you have your drone with you?" He said, "Yep." So he launched it out of the driveway. And 2 hours later, I was on Amazon and I ordered my Mini 2.
Hey, you
Yeah.
got started like I did. It was my grandkids got me started.
Yeah. The bug bites. I'll tell you, when that bug bites, it's tough, you know. So then what happened?
Meanwhile, while waiting for the drone to come in, I watched all kinds of videos. I went to the FAA website. I went to Pilot Institute. I took all the free drone courses that they had. Got my trust certificate and went and
Wow.
got the recurrent non-Part 61 safety certificate from the FAA. And I'm constantly watching drone videos. My wife refers to them as my drone point.
Yes, I got it. Yeah, yeah.
And I liked it so much. 30 days later, I bought the Ares 2 or the Air 2S,
Yes.
and that drone has a fantastic camera on it. Then
Oh yeah.
that March,
Yeah.
I went and bought the Mavic 3, and then this past summer I bought the Mini 3 Pro, and
Yeah.
I just really enjoy the hobby. I like taking pictures of the sunsets. It's hard to compete with Kevin and Philip Chura and a couple of those guys that put up some
they're good.
fantastic
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah. No, you're doing a great job. That's for sure. That's for sure. Any questions, Kevin, you have for Steve?
Well, my question was how did he get started? And he got started like I did. It was his grandkids got him into it. And now the bug is with him, and he's got some fantastic drones. You know, I have got probably 20 different drones now, and I fly them all, Steve. I fly
20?
every one. Oh, yeah, easy.
Oh, my goodness. How many are the FPV variety?
I think I got 12 FPV drones.
Wow.
I got drones. They are so fast, but it's different. You really have to learn. It takes a while to learn how to do it.
Yes.
But
Yes.
they are fun. I got one that goes 120 mile an hour, Bob. Yes, sir. It'll do 120 mile an hour.
I don't want to go 120 miles an hour.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring a couple of them to the South Florida drone meet. I'm gonna bring my camera drones, and I'm gonna bring some of the FPV drones and set up a little table right there. Pop me up a little tent, and I'll get you to fly one.
Okay.
Steve, you need one too.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it. So, Steve, I want to get back to showing some of your beautiful work, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm going to go ahead and show it on Facebook here at the moment here. But if you don't mind, I want to brag on you, okay? I mean, here is Channel 7 News, okay? And they have used over 50 of Steve's images over the past year here in variety of instances for both the weather reports, and they have a send in your viewer videos, the viewer photos into them, and Steve has succeeded majority of the time they showing his work. So I am so proud of that, Steve. So tell us why you got started doing this.
Well, years ago, I started out with underwater photography. I had a Nikon underwater camera, and I was down in Kevin's neck of the woods, Morrison Springs and St. Andrews State Park and all that. And I did around underwater photography, and I've always liked photography. My past history, I have I have 1,013 military free falls. and 250
Ah.
military stealth jumps. And my daughter says, you know, before you were falling out of clouds, now the only thing you do is take pictures of them.
Pictures.
So I, I always had my photography. I really enjoyed that. And flying the drones is a whole different aspect. It's you really just can't beat it. The area that we fly in, even though we're close to the military base, fortunately, I'm in Class G airspace, and right across the river from us, you look at a picture, that's a high rise, that's the village of Carthage. I live in West Carthage, the Black River divides us, and as soon as you go into Carthage, it's military operational area, but I've never had any problems uh, uh, flying in that area at all. Our local park is only about a quarter of a mile away from us, and there's very few trees around it, and I can fly that whole park and not worry about hitting trees or anything else. And there's two or three of us that fly out of the park, and we try not to fly over private residences, and we orient our flight towards the farm country across the road. So
Yeah.
pretty good for us.
Yes. Oh, that's great. That is really good. Oh, here's one. The one that was also the picture of the week here at Channel 7. That's spectacular.
Good.
How it goes from the
That
deep
one was
blue at the
good.
top to that. I mean that. Were you anticipating that day that was going to happen?
Pretty much so. And I was flying the Maverick 3, and I really like that aircraft, especially with the telephoto. And that was at 7 power on the Maverick 3.
Wow. Wow, that is, and I mean, it is crystal clear. I don't know you watching here how well you can see this, but that is just like an incredible quality image there. I'm just very impressed there. So let's see what else. Yeah, there's your hat and shirt there that you are modeling today.
My Air 2S.
That's the Air 2S wrapped in the Army fatigue here, Army camo there.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, here's some.
Beautiful.
Check this out.
Look at that.
Check this out.
Wow.
That is just breathtaking. What golf course is this?
There's one down by Turin, which is about 35 miles away from us, and it all has all kinds of water and stuff around it.
Beautiful. The blue water, the sky. Did you do any processing to this image?
No.
This is right.
About 90% of my pictures that come straight off the SD card.
Oh, that's spectacular.
And,
Fantastic.
And
usually
catching
I'm
the
flying
blur
with,
here of
look
the
at
water.
Look at that. I don't know how I missed that. I don't
Yeah.
know how I missed that when you posted it. Wow.
That is, the aeration here, fountain here, and the lights there. Yeah. No, this is. Oh, I love the reflection in the water. That is. Now you weren't up real high here.
No, like most of my shots, I'm usually between 50 to 100 feet in altitude.
Yeah. You feel you get a better perspective of both the ground and the sky with at that altitude?
Yep, sure do.
you know. Yeah, I know when I've taken shots when I'm up at 400 feet, you know, you kind of like what's on the ground is kind of very diminished. I mean, it's there and it's interesting to see it as you know, a miniature there, but it's not as significant in the shot. This is looks. I mean, I feel that's a really well balanced shot right there. And that one too. Oh, that is that that's breathtaking. That is truly great. If you guys, you know, I encourage everyone to go to Steve Anderson on YouTube or on excuse me on Facebook. Go to his you can just go to Old Farts and then do a search once you're on the Old Farts page and type in Steve Anderson, and it will bring you to every shot that Steve's posted on the Old Farts group. And I mean, you can look at this in full resolution. You will be massively, massively impressed. Now, these birds are paying no attention to you.
No, the only birds that usually bother me are pigeons. Because
Those
the
pigeons
pigeons
are
are more
pests.
curious, and they'll do circles around my Maverick 3.
Yeah. I've
They want to touch it.
yeah. And these are egrets here, and is that right? Cranes, egrets,
Right.
there. Yeah, and that's a lot of them. There must be a lot of food there. Is there a lot of fish, small fish there?
Yep.
Yep, that's where they're feeding right there. I bet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Steve, the camera on that Mavic 3 is fantastic.
Yeah, you really can't beat it.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, look
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah. What a perspective.
Wow.
I mean, I hope you guys are seeing this the same way I am. I mean, because that is just breathtaking, you know. And you that was the absolute moment of sundown right there, because you can just barely see a bit of the sun glow at the bottom of that, going right into the horizon. Oh, wonderful. Is this yours?
No, that's not mine.
That's not okay. Well, anyway, I've just really more of your TV stuff. Here's Send It to 7 pictures of the week. Another one, you know. Let me. And this is your mini.
No, that's my Maverick 3.
Ah.
And it's got the Desert Ops skin on it, because my son had 4 tours in Afghanistan and Iraq. So he has that drone skin for him.
Wow.
And my daughter's Mini 3 Pro, she's currently serving in the Coast Guard Reserve, so I got the Coastie skin for her.
I think you just posted that, didn't you?
I posted the new skin for the controller.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, let me turn on posts I've seen, because I think it's filtering here. Some stuff that I've already seen there. All right. Wonderful. So Kevin, let's show some of your stuff. Are you ready?
Oh,
Did you
I'm ready.
send
I
me
was
any-
just, yeah, I think I sent you one camera drone and one FPV.
Where, how did you send it here?
Messenger.
I'm looking. I don't see it. I got your messenger open. So Kevin, let me look while you talk. I want you to tell us what made you, how did you get the bug, first of all, to fly drones? But what I find really fascinating is your transition from camera drones to FPV.
Well,
So what started you with drones? Your grandson.
the grandkids wanted drones for Christmas. I bought them drones for Christmas. They flew them for 15, 20 minutes and they were done with them. I picked it up and started flying it. Next thing you know, I'm like, I like this. So I got and and progressing with it. And then when we were at the South Florida drone meet last year, I was watching Matt and that Kevin Greco and those boys with the FPV, and I really liked that. So I decided, hey, I'm going to do this. And I went and got my FPV, and Bob, every time I took off in the yard, I crashed. And I crashed. And I crashed. And now I get out there and rip and tear. I don't even crash no more. It's just a blast. It's you put on the goggles and it's like you're flying in the drone. And it's fun. I love it.
You're in an ideal place to do that too, I think. I really think where you live is just a perfect spot. You have some wide open space.
Yeah, just my backyard is 20 acres right there. I do all the ripping and tearing I want.
Yeah. Nobody trying to kick you out of there, huh?
Oh no. No, you have a trouble trying to kick me anywhere.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Great.
You couldn't find either one of those videos, Bob?
I haven't yet, but I'm bringing you up on YouTube at the moment. When I'm looking over here, I'm looking at another screen that's over here. So I'm looking for.
See if you can find one that says Pristine Beauty. I went down to the river and did a little video with my camera drone.
Hang on.
So Steve, I got to thinking, you have really progressed a long way in a short time with your drone photography. You know that?
You started because I watched you and Philip.
All right.
You have really.
Here we go. Let me show this here. And then, all right. For everybody else out there, if you're not already subscribed, I want to encourage you to come over here and subscribe to Kevin's channel. Kevin has, I think you did more fishing than flying to begin with here on this channel, but it has evolved to be, I enjoy watching this one almost, as I get a notice every time you post one up there. And you can too by hitting that little bell up there and making sure that's got the ringer turned on there. But which one would you like me to show here, Kev?
Well, that short rip around the yard is FPV, and then I posted one.
Okay, well, let's show that one.
Yeah.
Get rid of the commercial here. There we go. All right.
Oh, that's an old one. That's when I first started, Bob. This one is my first actual flight without crashing.
And are you recording the goggles, what you're seeing?
Yeah, what you're
Or is
seeing
this-
here came straight from the goggles.
Okay, this is the DJI goggles.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and
Man,
this
that's
is
an
the
old one.
okay.
Now you see how I'm going like up and down. I'm still unsure right here.
Okay. Well
But
then,
I'm learning.
hey, that we all are learning. And you just did a flip there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is in acro mode.
Yes. All acro. Yeah.
Okay. No of this sport mode or automatic or anything like that. This is the
Well, with FPV, it's either angle or it's acro, and you got to go acro.
yeah. Wow. Quite a backyard you got there. I bet
Yeah,
you it's a
I
bitch
really
to mow
enjoy
though.
I really enjoy it.
How often do you mow that yard?
Oh Lord, Bob, I do a lot of mowing. This time of year, I only mow about once every 2 weeks. But now in the summertime, it's a daily chore.
Oh my.
Yeah, in the summer, it's a daily chore.
Boy. Do you grow anything there?
Yeah, well, that's where we're at right here now.
Uh-huh.
That's all cow feed. That's all going to be cow hay and horse
Uh-huh.
hay.
I see. Ah. Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, I'm looking at this video thinking, man, now I buzz through there really fast.
All right, let me go back. Let's see. Yeah, that's that one there. Okay. Let's
Click on
see.
videos, Bob.
Videos.
Yeah,
Here we
click on
go.
videos.
Okay.
Now that one, that right there, pristine beauty.
Pristine beauty. Okay. Let's-
And then the one
let's
to the
get
left
that.
of it is a new FPV.
Okay. Oh, that's gorgeous. There's your wife. There's Susan.
Yeah, there's my wife, and
Yeah.
there I am.
Yep.
Now,
Now
you're
what?
going to get to see a really good sunset here in just a minute.
Okay.
My wife was fussing at me.
They all do that.
Yes. They can't take a joke.
Oh. Yep. Oh.
Now, Steve, this is country here. I'm talking about pure country. It's a whole different world.
Oh.
That's a great shot.
Yeah. Yeah. What camera is this?
That's the Air 2S.
Air 2S. Fascinating what a great camera that has. You know, I mean, I know the Mini 3 is better. And, you know, I've kind of been in a hold pattern waiting on my mind to make up whether I should buy a Mini 3, a Mavic 3, or a Avata. It's kind of my either or at the moment.
Well, Bob, you need to buy the Avata, and that would be a good bridge for you to get into the FPV.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
we
the
don't need
Avata
this
would
stuff
be-
here. Okay. We're not going to show bills. And we come back to your channel here. And you were saying this one next to it here? This 1 minute of moments? Well, we can do that.
Yeah, you can do that one. That's a
You
new
want to
one.
do that
1 minute.
one? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You'll see me in the yard out there.
There he is.
There I am. Now this is FPV. It's a lot tougher, but man, it's a lot more fun. Now watch
Yeah.
this power loop.
Wow.
Oh, that's fun, Bob. That's fun.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yeah. So what was tell us about your learning curve here of going from camera drone to acro. Was it just getting out there?
I just went out there and learned from my mistakes, but the controls, the stick movement is exactly like the camera drone, but there is no GPS and there's nothing to hold you in place. Your forward is the same way, but if you push that stick a little too far forward, it's flipping over. And if you push it a little too far left, it's rolling over. And it's just a learning curve. But, you know, I made up my mind I was going to learn it, and I did. And it's getting better each day.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. Yeah, that's tremendous. I just get such a thrill watching that, you know, and you know, like I say, I've had minimal experience. I tried the DJI, the first FPV drone in Florida, you know, and flew out over those boats in where the meetup was, you know, and that was a thrill. That was a thrill. So I'm going to invite our folks out here, everybody that's still in the chat here. I'm going to invite them in here and see if we can develop a little conversation here for about 30 minutes or so here. Let me get my link going here. And if you're on there now, I see Uncle Bob's in here now, and Dre is here, and Lance and Glenn. All right, here we go. If you guys want to jump on and say hello and compliment our guest here, I'd be thrilled to have you. And like I say, I can have about 10 people in at once, and let's just see what everybody's doing. If you do want to get on and promote anything, please do. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little promotion here. I want to tell everybody that that I'm reordering hats, and I'm looking at ordering T-shirts now. We've had some hoodies. We've had, as you can see, the polo shirts that that Steve's got on today, and so I just ordered 3 dozen hats, and I had a request from a few people. The request was, Bob, this sticker is beautiful, but it's too big to fit on my drone case because I want to put a lot of stickers on my drone case, and this is just too big. So we solved the problem. We now have a smaller version of the sticker. Okay, and this one is printed on metallic silver paper, and so it's a really great finish, and so I'm excited to I'll be handing these out at the South Florida Drone Meetup, and in a few days I'm going to put them on the website that you can order them. So anyway, so let's bring in Dominic now that I've done my sales pitch here. And there's Dominic from Australia, from Melbourne. How are you, Dominic?
Yeah, it's all right. Just getting ready for a hot day coming up.
Oh, how great. You need to send Steve some of that heat. I don't know how we can transfer that, but
Yeah, I'm trying to send the heat up there to Steve.
Yeah,
And,
Steve needs that heat.
and Michael Wright.
Yeah, Michael Wright.
Hey, Bob. Steve. How
Hey,
y'all
Mike.
doing? Kevin.
Good evening.
Dominic.
Good. You know everybody here. I introduce you to Steve.
Hello, Steve. How you doing? Glad to meet you.
Hello, Mike.
Yeah.
Dominic.
Mike has,
Hey, Mike.
me and Mike got together
Okay.
last year for the first time and hung out and flew drones together. Mike stood next to me while I vomited off the side of the boat.
No, that's not good.
We've just, it was great, kind of thing. So I've signed up for the boat trip this year. Okay.
I did too. We'll go
Okay.
again. You bet.
I'm ready to go. And you have some heavy duty drugs, right? That I
I'm
can
gonna bring
take.
some.
Okay.
I'll bring some
I'll
for you.
hit you up for them.
You bet.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a fishing trip we have there. That was fun.
Yes.
Well, good. Dominic, what's new with you?
Not much. It's just been hot over the last week, so just roasting in that and just trying to keep up with a few things and get on with life.
Yeah. The weather is hot. Last time we talked, you were hitting in the about 40 Celsius, 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, that was this time last week, which
Yes.
was Thursday.
He's in
Thursday
Melbourne,
night
Australia.
time. The day after, we had 105.
Wow. Yeah.
And that was the first time in 3 years that we cracked.
Wow. Have you ever felt that heat, Steve, in Carthage?
Never.
It's
The only time I feel it was a couple weeks ago when it was 30 below, and I walked into my house and there's 100-degree temperature change.
wowzers. No, I've never seen that sort of cold. So
Yeah. That's I've been living here in Las Vegas now for 49 years. In a few weeks, it'll be the anniversary of me moving to Las Vegas. And I have to tell you, after the first 5 or 6 years, it takes that long to get used to living in, over 100 degrees for over 100 days in a row.
no, I've never been that much.
I've
done it. I think we've done it on either. Trying to work out. Probably between 15 and 20.
Wow.
And that was enough. And then 5 of
Wow.
those days over 105.
Yes. So hang on. I'm going to bring in a couple other guys here. Okay. Everybody knows. Look at this
Dre.
sharp-dressed
Hello,
man.
Dre.
The
Howdy.
coolest
I
man
need
on
the
YouTube.
ZZ Top song queued up.
Yeah.
Everybody's crazy about a sharp-dressed man. Look
Yep.
at that. Hi, Dre. Welcome.
Welcome, Marcy. How's everybody doing?
Doing great.
We're
Good,
all
good.
good.
Most of the folks here in the west side of the country in the U.S. get ready for the snowstorm because it starts tonight coming
Yes.
through. So we're expecting snow here throughout the state of California from the northern tip to the southern tip. And that's
So
gonna
are
push
we
through
here in
to
Las
us.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But like I was telling Steve earlier, Dre, when we get snow in Las Vegas, we have enough time to go in the house and get the camera before it melts.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it's very brief, but it does happen here, and it sounds like we're going to get hit, over the next 24 hours here.
Right.
We
Yeah,
had
I'm
about
hoping-
80-mile-an-hour gust last night,
Wow.
here, and I walk my dog at usually 7:30 every morning, and there were a number of major chunks of trees on the ground here today.
Hmm.
So yeah, very good there.
Yeah,
There.
I'm hoping tomorrow that if the wind doesn't blow too bad, I might get my M30T out and get some shots with it.
Oh,
Yes,
Mhm.
I just welcomed in Uncle Bob
Uncle
and
Bob.
Lance.
and
Lance.
Lance.
Man,
Yay!
Uncle Bob.
Everybody knows
Hey.
Lance.
Hey
Bob,
guys.
Lance.
Hi guys.
Yes. Well, good, Dre. I want to tell you, I had such great time watching you on Drone Nation this past Monday night. I didn't get to watch live, but
Mhm.
I watched it in my car the next day. I was driving errands all over yesterday, and I watched it. And I have to tell you, I had a conversation with Mike Wright here.
Mhm.
My neighbor brought over to my house a Phantom 4 he's had sitting in his closet for 2 years.
Wow.
And and we tried to, I figured out how to plug in the batteries, and he plugged the batteries in and left them plugged in overnight and got nothing, no lights, no anything.
They're
On
most
them.
likely they're DOA. For the
Yeah.
most part, yeah.
That's what I understand. So
Yeah.
anyway, I'm going to try and make him an offer on the drone without the batteries and see if he
Mhm.
goes for it. But I think it might be a good idea to have one.
Yeah. I
All you
tell
can.
people flying, a lot of people in the last several years only know the Mavic line of drones and then the Mini and so forth. But when you get your hands on a Phantom, I don't care if it's a Phantom, I would say from the Phantom 3 series to the Phantom 4 series, they just fly a lot differently than the Mavics do. It's more of a wavy type of a flight. The Mavics are very precise in their movement. The Phantom kind of flows. The controls are not as quick to act and respond, so it's more of a flowing flight when you fly with a Phantom.
Okay. Yeah.
But what I want to do before I jump out of here is that I keep hearing rumors from Tom that Bob is trying to organize an event in Vegas. I don't know if that's just a rumor or a hint or a suggestion, but I got to put it out there. I mean, I know most of you guys would love to come to Vegas, just to come, but to come fly drones, that's special.
I'm definitely planning it. Okay. And exactly when I'm trying to fit it into the schedule of all of the other meetups that are already out there. I don't want to step on anybody's toes.
Right.
My wife is a travel agent and has organized multiple meetings with people from all over the country coming to Las Vegas, and she has experience doing that. And she also just got her own drone, so she's we're definitely going to move in that direction. We have quite a schedule put together of opportunities like that, but we definitely are going to, that's a Las Vegas meetup is definitely on the fire here. I don't know if we're going to call it the Old Farts Drone Meetup, or we're going to call it the Las Vegas Meetup, or what we're going to call it. But I think we can put together something that a lot of people can come to Las Vegas and enjoy. I think I have probably enough places where we could maybe dissipate to go out and fly. I mean, obviously we can't all go down to Bellagio and film the fountains going off. That's not going to work. And we can't go fly over the Raiders Stadium. That's not going to work. Kind of thing. And you won't fly over the fountains at Caesar's Palace. Kind of thing. But there is some amazing areas outside. Obviously, most of you have probably heard of Red Rock Canyon, that's out here. And to this day, I've heard some rumors, but I drove up and talked to the ranger about 3 weeks ago. It is still open for drones. There was some talk about cutting that off, but it's still open. And there's an area directly next to Red Rock Canyon called Calico Basin, and that's a beautiful spot. That's wide open, and a short drive, less than an hour from town, is we could be in an area called Lovell Canyon, which is a huge canyon that goes up and then into Mount Charleston. And Mount Charleston at the moment is covered in snow. And so there's some really beautiful spots that we could fly here in Las Vegas. We could have a group outing here to do. And so I'm definitely looking forward to putting together this, and also putting together Old Farts drone tours, so you can come to Las Vegas and we'll take you out to find great places to fly, so find places that are legal to fly in Las Vegas. So there is quite a few, and there's a lot of places we can have a lot of fun.
Well, I'm definitely interested in
That's
coming out.
awesome, Bob. So everybody can say they heard it here first. There is a official drone meetup going to happen in Vegas.
Well, I wanna
We don't
see
have a
that.
date, but it's going to happen. All right, we'll
I wanna
we'll
be there. I
work
don't
it
necessarily
out.
need to come to Vegas, but I've been to Vegas too many times, but I want to come out there and fly with y'all for sure.
Oh, Mike, we would have it just would be a great time. And I know Marcus Crawford,
Right,
he has his brother and his sister both live here.
right.
So he is here fairly often. So I'm sure he will be here too, kind of thing. So we have a standing rain check on a drone date together that we're working on cashing in here. But so Lance, what's going on with you? Are you doing any
It
painting?
is cold and windy up here in the Northwest, and we're going to get that snow. In fact, driving to work this morning, snow flurries. So batten down the hatches. I was going to fly with a guy by the name of John Ripper, who, if you guys haven't seen the what is it? The Space Needle, New Year's Space Needle video that you saw a drone fly over, that was him.
Wow.
And I met up with him last Sunday along with Angel, and we were going to meet again this morning, but it was just too cold, and the snowflakes were coming down, and so I said, no, I'm not gonna do it this morning, but maybe this weekend or next Wednesday. But hey, the Neon Boneyard or Graveyard, is that flyable or not, Bob?
No.
Or around that area? Not at all.
Well, I'll take a look again.
Yeah, I'm thinking like 3 or 4 blocks back. It might be.
Yeah,
just as long as-
it is less than a mile north of the downtown casino district, the original Las Vegas downtown, kind of thing. It's less than a mile north of there. So, but, I think, I have received through FAA Drone Zone, when I had a purpose in flying, I've flown over the Raiders Stadium, and I have flown, next to Nellis Air Force Base. And, it's the things are possible here, but sometimes it might, so getting the permission to fly at the Neon Museum might be a possibility here. And, and I would think they would love the footage.
And was that with your Air 2S or was that with your Mini?
I flew that with the Air 2S. I was flying. I have a client whose building is in the shadow of that stadium, and then I was doing a 360 of the video and a zoom up of the front door, and that kind of stuff. So and that was fairly simple. That took like 2 days to get the approval to do that. The other one took, I think it was 8 days to get the approval, and I had the longitude and latitude on the application in digital numbers that I lifted off of Google Maps, and the FAA only wants it in degrees and minutes. So I didn't know that longitude and latitude, kind of thing. So they emailed me and said, we see what you're doing. Can you change your application to this? And then I did that, and an hour later, I had a 4-page document, the COA, that I could fly there, and I had to communicate with the Nellis Air Force Base tower before I could take off and land. And when I landed, the tower, I had to communicate, and the Air Force Base was nothing but friendly and no problem, and curious and everything else what I was doing there.
Yep.
So yeah, not a problem. So getting a Neon Museum might be a good project.
Yeah.
When are you going to be here? We'll make a
I,
plan.
I keep wanting to come down. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
But I will let you know when I do.
All right. Cool. So Dominic, what's new in Australia? Besides
Nothing
the
that
heat. I
time.
mean, are you flying drones in the heat?
No, unfortunately, I have a policy of 35 degrees Celsius. That's my cutoff.
Okay.
And 35. Trying to think, that'd be about 93.
Yeah.
Just off the top of my head, just quick calculation.
Yeah. I couldn't fly in here in about 90 degrees. With the Mini 1, it would pretty rapidly, maybe 5 minutes. If you were over 90 degrees, in about 5 minutes, you'd get an overheat warning on the drone. You get a big red overheat message
I've
on the
never got to
drone.
the overheat. I just keep looking at the battery status. And it
Yeah.
was hitting
And-
50 degrees Celsius on the battery,
Yeah.
and I thought, I did it once, and I thought, no, I won't do that again.
Now, I've flown the Air 2S in 107 degrees that was almost 15 minutes without any problems. I landed it because,
Oh, but that's a
You know,
different,
I was-
different setup and a different scenario. So I can
Yeah.
understand that, yeah.
yes, and now that we can sit in our air-conditioned car and
Yeah.
fly,
Well,
made a difference.
yeah.
Yeah. So the no overheat problem, Steve, in Carthage.
No, the coldest I ever flew in was 16 degrees, but it's 76 degrees in my truck. And I turn on the heated seats, and I put my spare batteries there, keep the batteries warm. And,
Yeah.
And that way, when I change them out, the batteries are warmed up. And I monitor the battery temperature on the safety app to make sure that they're climbing and not degrading. And I haven't had any problems.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And 16 degrees is under their minimum. Their minimum is 0 Celsius, which is 32
32.
degrees.
32 Fahrenheit, yeah.
Yeah. So 16 is under that. Yeah. No problem. No, like I said, I was flying at 107, and that's 100 degrees. 40 degrees is their maximum. And I was able to, to push that over that a little
Yeah,
bit.
because 40 degrees is 105, so
Yeah.
It would have been around the 41,
Uh,
42
Yeah.
Celsius.
Yeah, Kevin
Yeah.
a couple of days ago said he got cold at 48 and it was freezing. And I said, that's when we roll down our windows and drive.
Break out the t-shirts and shorts, you know.
Yeah.
I was freezing to death, and he's talking about that's when they let their windows down. Man, I'm a Florida guy. I can't take that cold weather.
I wear a long sleeve shirt, a sweatshirt, a big leather coat, and a hat over my ears to go out when it's 35 degrees here. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, I won't fly any
I'll be
lower
doing
than
that in
40
a couple of
degrees because
months.
of me, not because of the drone.
This
Yeah,
is the
that's-
new addition to our household.
Hello,
Here,
Puppy.
this is Maya. She's 12 weeks old, and she does this to me nonstop here. So this is our new family member here.
How are you
We
spelling
got
that,
her
Bob?
Saturday.
How are you spelling her name?
Maya.
Okay, because I have a Mia, M-I-A.
Maya.
That looks a lot like your other dog.
She's named for Maya Angelou.
Maya Angelou. The other dog is Poe. It's Edgar Allan Poe,
Yeah.
There
and
you
this
go.
is Maya Angelou.
Angelou.
You know, Angelou, whatever.
Ours is
Angela.
named after Mia Hamm, the soccer player, because she looked like a soccer ball. She looked like a black soccer ball
Oh,
She's in
when she was a baby.
yes. Yeah. I don't know. She hasn't witnessed the drone yet.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Now, Poe, the other dog that you may have seen before, he ran away from it the first time he saw it. He wanted to hide. And then after that, he started barking at it, both, when it took off and when it landed. And then now he ignores it. Absolutely. Doesn't faze him at all, so he's used to it now, kind of thing. We fly a couple times a week from our driveway here, in our suburb of Las Vegas here. So that's he just lays in the driveway and doesn't pay attention. All right, guys. Anybody else got anything they want to add or promote? I think I'm going to
No.
wind it up. I got some errands to run today.
No worries.
Hold on, Bob. Hold on. I want to
Hold on.
introduce you to my little drone buddy.
No.
Oh, there he is.
This is Sam. When I
What's
first
his
started
name?
flying FPV, Bob, I would crash my drones, and we could not find them. And this little guy, I'd turn him loose, and he'd go find it every time.
There you go.
I say, Simon, go get Daddy's drone, and we'd
Yeah.
be looking 100 yards this way, and he'd take off the other way, and he'd start barking. And I'd say, all right, I know where my drone's at. They'd say, no, that drone's not over there, Kevin. I'd say, I'm telling you, my dog knows. And this is him. If you watch my videos,
knows.
he'll crash all of them.
That's
All right,
a real
Simon.
retriever. The drone retriever. That's a new breed of dog. The drone retrievers.
Oh, Bob,
Yeah.
I just want to thank you for letting me post my non-drone Antarctica videos on your.
Oh, it's art. It's not. I'm. Some people are having a problem with me allowing non-drone pictures, images on the site. The group is for old farts.
Yeah.
We're all. That's the idea, and we all enjoy other parts of our life beyond
Yep.
drones. I mean, I got a lot of crap about that picture of Sheryl Crow on her 61st birthday.
Some
Standing
people
there.
just need to get over it.
I was like, this is an amazing. This is what old farts look like these days.
Yeah, I know. I must say,
But
I did
do have
enjoy that.
I do have a little tip for you if you do decide to take a cruise in Antarctica. is you go down to Buenos Aires first, right? You spend a couple days there.
Yeah.
Then you go on your cruise, and then you come back and you spend another 2 nights in Buenos Aires. So what I recommend is you stay at the same hotel, because then you can carry your drone and have the hotel store it for you.
Ah.
And say you'll be back on this date because they know you're coming back, and then they'll give it to you. But the boat said if I brought it on board, they would just confiscate. And I'm like going,
What cruise line?
It's all of them down there, to be honest with you. But I was on what do you call it? Norwegian.
Norwegian? Okay.
I mean, it was a nice cruise. I mean, I was disappointed that we never set foot on the soil in Antarctica. We just cruised the Shetland Islands, right next to it. So
yeah,
but you have to get on a different cruise line, a different kind of cruise, to be able to actually get off the boat and get on to Antarctica.
Ah.
And,
Well, we've been doing a lot of investigation on cruise lines and drones. At one point I planned a Old Farts drone cruise, and we just didn't get enough interest in time to pull that off, kind of thing. We were, but we found Celebrity Cruise Line it's written into their rules that you can bring it on board, but you cannot fly it near the ship or from the ship, kind of thing.
Well, that makes sense.
And they let me keep it in my room, and I set up on their vanity there. I set up all my chargers and everything, there. And of course, the housekeeping people came in and out, and everybody saw it. There was no hiding it, but they did not have a problem, And I, when I got off the ship, I had a little sling backpack that I had the Mini 3 with me this last time, and that was not a problem, and that's how I got that.
Yeah, if you guys are looking into it, there's an Antarctica expedition cruises. The only thing you have to worry about those is that you have to cross the Drake Passage, which is really rough. We were on the big ship; you didn't notice it all that much.
No,
but the actual the smaller cruise ships that you can go and get on land, they rock and roll on that Drake Strait. So that's one where that person was killed. That lady was killed because the water broke in the glass. It was one of those smaller ships. So if you get seasick, that's not a good idea.
Yeah.
But I mean, I regret I didn't get on the smaller one, to be honest with you, because the videos I've watched after I got back of these folks, walking on Antarctica and everything, it was just beautiful, So.
Oh, that's great.
My videos are all right, but I mean, I was a little disappointed with just the going, cruising by the Shetland Islands, because the majority of the time it was all fogged in for the most part, so which is too bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the fog is a beauty too, and it's a unique shot, there.
So that's it for me.
Okay, that's it for me too, guys.
Okay,
I appreciate you all coming on. Steve, thank you so much for sharing your pictures with us, your story with us. I want to again make this put this out there. If anybody else wants to come on the show and let me feature you for a while and show your work and hear your story about what you did for the last 40 years of your life and how you got into drones and what you want to do in the future, I'd be thrilled to have you on the show. All you have to do is write me on Facebook Messenger. I'm easy to get a hold of. My phone number is out there. You can call me at any time. I have no problem with that happening. So please, let me know you want to be on, and I will get you scheduled. And we're going to do this again every week and every Wednesday afternoon. I know most of us old farts got the afternoon off, so you know, so it's a good time for us to enjoy, having a time to communicate with each other and share each other's channels. I know our Duncan in Japan, he is putting together a database, and I'm kind of supporting him. I'm supporting him, his effort, and we will be putting it out. So he's putting together, and it's purely volunteer. If you want to post your location and your YouTube channel, we will have a database that you can put your location in, and then put your YouTube channel in, and then we'll have a Google map of the world that you can identify people. So I think that will be beneficial for Old Farts.
How do we
can find each other?
Yeah, how do you get that information to you?
I'm going to make it public here shortly. We're working out. He's doing a prototype of it right now.
Cool.
And most of you have seen Duncan. His name is all in Japanese characters. Okay, but Duncan is from the UK, and he lives near Hokkaido.
Oh, nice.
In Japan. So that's so he's working on that, and I'm gonna put that out for everyone to take a look at, and if you want to participate, there's of course no obligation. If you want to keep yourself private, I'm real okay with that too. So all right, guys, thank you very much. Thanks, signing off. All right, thank you everybody in the chat.
Thanks, Bob.
We appreciate everybody. We will see you all soon. Thank you all.
Take care.
Thank you. Enjoy it.
Enjoy.